Well, I have a wonderful electronic invention I want you to see.
This is James Mathers at NAB 2019 for the Digital Cinema Society and Studio Daily. I'm here with my hero, one of my heroes, Dedo Weigert, the inventor of Dedolight, a filmmaker, cinematographer, etc., etc. Dedo, tell us about your latest products.
Some time ago we got involved in the world of parallel light, which opens the gateway to reflected light. We started out with a big light that has a tremendous reach, high efficiency, and can serve a big reflector to redirect the light or many small reflectors. And so theoretically with one light you can light an entire scene by using multiple reflections, 6, 8, 10, 12 reflectors. Often you augment it a little bit, and for some big projects, feature films, this has been an interesting solution. It cleans the set of a lot of paraphernalia, stands and other grip equipment. But then the refugee producer may say, I'm not as rich as James. I don't come with big lighting trucks. I have to do something exciting, but I only have a station wagon. So we started to upgrade our lights. And our lights have always excelled by optics and the ability to produce a very intensive spot that you don't often need, but when you need it, it's a clean beam. And like on some of our lights, the spot is a 4-degree exit angle. Okay, so then now we add more optics to it in front. Like here we have like something that looks like a big cooking pot.
That's the biggest one I've seen of your lenses.
And you can add that to the front of our focusing lights, and it's a miracle. You go to spot in the original version, and you have the most intense spot that you'll find in our business. That's what we're known for. Now you add the extra optics in front, and now you put the light into flood position. But the exit from here is a parallel, near parallel beam, and that increases the intensity over the spot 8, 9 times. So at a distance of, let's say, 15 feet, you wind up with 10,000 foot candle. And with that you can light a reflector, redirect the light, or you can widen the beam and spread it onto 4 or 5 reflectors, one to use directly on your talent as a key light or fill light, another one kicked over there to, again, key light, fill light, backlight. You have another one for the background, and you can also create a row of reflectors that are all hit by the same beam in a linear way, and thus you create a graduated approach, and it creates the illusion of light that comes from a very far distance, of natural light. The professional may take a butterfly, put it in front of the window, put a 6K behind it. It's acceptable, it's done every day, but emotionally it's not the same as natural light from a far distance. And with that you cannot create this illusion of zoning, creating layers of depth to your image. And that's part of the magic that we do, especially when we work with old-fashioned cameras that only have one eye, because they tend to give you a 2-dimensional image, and it's your art and mine that we try to create this illusion, betray people, create the impression of a 3-dimensional world, and still direct the attention of our viewer to what is important to tell the story. It's all just tools and toys.
So what light engines are we using?
We can use anything we have from the classic Dedolight. There's a wonderful guy who came from the National Film Board in Canada who lit small studios with one of our classic Dedolights and a whole bunch of reflectors.
That's 150 watt tungsten.
Yeah, and you light a whole studio. We've lit a simulation of a 6-people talk group in a studio simulation with one 300 watt light, this one here, hitting 5 reflectors in a row as key light. In the background we had a 90 watt light hitting again 5 reflectors, and that's the entire lighting on the people. Then we have a little bit on the background, and that's a very structured light. So we add one of our LED soft lights which have the ability to play with the color temperature, and that's another piece of magic. Not only the character of the light, but also the gentle hues of color temperature that completely change the impression of a character when it's mixed with another light. Yeah, when you light everything in tungsten or everything in daylight, okay, the camera makes it all look the same. But when you have a daylight lighting set and you add a little bit of gentle warmth to it, and you can tune that very finely, and you change the character at will just by a warmer up light or a warmer fill light. Or another trick that we do, that we excel in, is background projections. We project an image on the background, and you can do that with the LED lights now in a magic way. You can take the picture on your iPhone, print it out on an office printer, doesn't have to be a heat-resistant gel, cut it out, throw it in the projection attachment, throw it on the background. You don't get full color saturation, but that makes it nicer. Yeah, the
Softness can give it a little depth.
softness gives more of the illusion of depth, and then you can tune the color temperature to match the lighting in the foreground or to contrast it. And if it's cooler in the background, it's a very different feeling. If it's warmer in the background, and thus you can play, and the muted colors of the background projection look like sitting in the Café de Margaux in Paris in late October, and this little haze from the Seine comes up, and the sunlight makes everything look like a Renoir painting, and women are even more beautiful than they are born with. It's amazing. So
the optics are agnostic to the light engine. You use HMIs, you use tungsten, you use LED, whatever's the best tool for that use.
whatever is, and we have 21 different focusing lights in all technologies. Halogen, low voltage, high voltage, HCI we had a long time, HMI we excel in, and now all the LEDs and bicolor LEDs, even ultraviolet and infrared lights and so on.
It's not even counting your soft lights.
Yeah, that's just all the focusing lights, 21 different, and choose your weapon. Yeah, not everything is for everybody, so we're the creators of toys. You're the masters to use them and write the stories to make them believable or even transport emotions, and that's what we're all about.
You always give us great tools. Thank you so much, Dedo.
Thank you very much